The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Long before the sects divided, there was the enveloping darkness. It was in this dark humanity learned to trust the light, to run from shadows, and most importantly, to fear.
Brutality and superstition walked hand in hand in this dark time, but also hope. Hope that the heroes of this age could hold back the monsters and illuminate the path through the shadows.
The children of Cain are no different. Some run from the shadows, some turn to the light, and some become the monsters of legend passed down from one hearth to another.
Their story is one of loss, one of struggle, and one of death. For what can survive in the wake of those that cannot die?
This is what it means to be a myth made flesh. This is what it means to be a vampire in the Dark Ages.
Welcome to our Vampire Dark Ages stream. We here at McStabber Studios understand that some of the subjects that come up during this chronicle are problematic by modern standards. Our goal is to handle these kinds of situations in a manner that does not directly or indirectly glorify these kinds of actions. While we understand that we are playing in a world of monsters, that does not mean we must be the monsters ourselves. Please also be aware, none of our cast are experts in history. That means there will be some deviations between the world timeline and the vampiric world. You can go ahead and chalk that up to the Cainite influence on the mortals around them. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy our story.
So I'm here.
I don't regret jack shit.
Reject it all.
Just putting that out there.
Mm-hmm.
I say that, but
Long live chaos.
That's right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to McStabber Studios' Vampire Dark Ages Glimpses of History. I am, of course, the storyteller, I think, Shanky McStabber.
And I am Mama McStabber, and tonight I'll be playing Elena Thorin, daughter of Cananosoma.
I am Zachary Naldra, he, him, and I will be playing Brother Miguel of Clan Gangrel.
I think I'm Junior Von Esch, and I think I'm playing Peregrine Gwen McSullivan of Clan Essamite, who thinks, or no, she was told she was a Toreador, at least for now.
God, my cast are suffering from memory lapses. Hi, I'm Maddox, and I play Snatcher of Clan Nosferatu.
Hi, everybody. I know I am the Ravnos Archon, and I'll be playing Agustin de la Cruz, also of Clan La Sombra.
Welcome to episode 6 of the second season, everybody. When we were last with this group of Cainites, well, it was still the year 1250, and you got to see a little bit about how they run their city, which was some unique insights into everybody. And you also saw them deal with an interloper. He might have done better off if he hadn't been so arrogant, but since he wanted to start shit, well, you know what they say, talk shit, get hit.
If you don't start nothing, there won't be nothing.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
If you fuck around, you are bound to find out.
That's right.
That's right. So, as we're picking up tonight, it's only the next night after they have captured the Ventru. And I know, before I ask what everybody else is doing, I know Augustine had somewhere he wanted to go. Do you need to talk to the group before you go there, or is it just you're going to go off on your own?
No, I'm going to go off on my own.
Of course.
I'll probably tell Snatcher where I'm going. Since I'm trying
Oh,
to
let's
build
see that.
bridge.
Go tell Snatcher where you're going. Let's open with
Perfect.
that scene.
All
Because
right.
I want to see this one. Especially considering for the viewers who missed last episode, Snatcher doesn't believe Augustine in one of his statements.
It doesn't help that
that's-
I raised my subterfuge either.
It also doesn't help that to determine it, I botched like a motherfucker.
You know, dice rolls. But yeah, I'll knock on the door before letting myself in.
You just see me sitting in a chair, probably like discussing with a couple rats.
Never gets any easier seeing you talk to rats like they're people.
If it helps, in many ways, they're better. How can I help you, Augustine?
I would like a favor, and I know that I am picking you specifically, but you have a gift for hiding, my friend. And with Gwen and Elena in their circles, I feel like we have a camaraderie, you and I, that I don't have with Miguel yet. I think it's the crosses. It reminds me of Moncada.
If it helps, most things seem to remind me of him.
Miguel or Moncada?
Moncada.
You think a lot about my sire? Oh, you made it seem like he was in your head.
Forgive me, I'm in a mischievous mood.
Oh, this is quite a sight. Did the rat say something funny to you? Is that why?
They're funnier than people would probably expect, but not in this case, no.
Do you have names for them?
They die a bit too often sometimes to name them.
Mm.
It's more just to remember them based on personality, I suppose. And then if you have any special ones, you name those and then take extra steps to make sure they don't die. Haven't found one of those yet.
Do you have any special ones watching over my son?
I have fast ones watching over your son, if that counts.
For now, it does, yes.
What else do you need?
I'm going to try not to pick a fight with a bruja. I was hoping that you could come and watch my back, and if something goes wrong, you can warn the others.
Tall order, but I can provide help.
I mean, I don't expect you to get your hands dirty. This is a diplomatic situation.
Yes, where one side of the diplomacy must walk over eggshells.
I'm going to step closer so that I'm just unbearably close. I do have to warn you, Snatcher, that this conversation you're about to witness has to stay between us.
And why is that?
You're going to hear some things that you might not agree with, but they are for the betterment of the city, my friend.
I will do my level best to sit still and be quiet.
The best listeners often are very quiet.
Where are we going?
To go talk to a bruja. Come. And I will lead him to the Bruja Spice Master.
I'll make sure that I'm cloaked.
So you're going to go over to, it's Ferdinand, right? Ferdinand Mueller.
Yeah.
You're heading over to his spice shop. Just the two of you, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So as you head out into the city, you have to go over to, it's not the spice district, but like a lot of these cities, you find a number of the same vendors always close together. So in the merchants district, you go to his shop Now, when you arrive at his shop, you pass several guards on the way, doing their nightly patrols. Patrols have been increased. And as you get to the door, got a stout wooden door. It's closed at the moment. There is a lamp of some kind lit inside, so you know he's in there somewhere.
Just knock.
You knock on the door, and a voice calls from the other side. Who is it?
It is friend, I hope.
Awful late to be calling on people.
Oh, it is early for us, though, wouldn't you say?
He opens the door, and he eyeballs you up and down. I got to make a check here. Let me check something.
Yeah, check it.
Okay. No, I don't need a roll for that.
Oh, okay.
I know you.
I know you.
You're the one who runs around with the guard.
Oh, I thought you knew me from somewhere else. Forgive me. I was almost excited.
No. We have business, I assume.
I would like to have business, yes. Are you in the business mood, or shall I return?
No, step in. Come into my shop.
Thank you. Very nice of you.
It is your city, isn't it?
I am but one of many, my friend.
Hmm.
It is a council.
Yes. As I said, come in.
This is why I'm here. You have issues with one of ours, yes? Damelena from Bruce.
I have issues with at least one of yours, yes.
No. My friend, we are being civil. Do not let this get violent.
Oh, I'm being very civil.
You are.
Were I not being civil, I would have probably staked you when you come through the door.
Oh. Such
but
a
that's
burly
not
man.
how you greet a guest, is it?
No, I do not come wanting violence, my friend. I want to be a help to you, in fact.
Oh, like you were so helpful when the guards ransacked my place.
Did that happen to you?
As you said, we're being civil. Don't play games.
No,
Games.
please.
I think games are beneath us. We both know where we stand. You had the city guard ransack my shop.
Oh, it wasn't just you, my friend. All spices were checked. We had word that a poison was brought into the city. It is unfortunate that your abode was on the list. Shall I remove it from that list for next time?
Let's see if he believes you. Go ahead and give me a
woo, baby.
Manipulation. What do you want to do? Manipulation subterfuge?
I'll do manipulation subterfuge. I'll rouse the shit out of my manipulation, though.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna rouse twice. I get hungrier. So manipulation subterfuge plus 4
difficulty
dice.
6, because this is an opposed roll. We'll just go straight, head to head on this.
Perfect. Manipulation. There we go. Booyakasha. 3 of them. I'm gonna willpower.
Okay.
Those 2 ones out of there, and that 2. See if I can get something better. I sure can. 5 successes.
Yeah. Actually, more than 5 because you got rid of the ones.
That's true.
You got
right.
6 total.
Fancy.
I know you're not offering to take me off of a list for nothing.
No. I am not that smooth, my friend. Forgive me. But I do want to create a relationship that benefits the both of us. You have a problem with El Asambra on our council. I want to set you against a different one, if I can.
I do not have a problem with La Sombra as a whole. I have a problem with how my business was impacted when you all took over the city. You see, before you arrived, things were simpler.
Mm.
And then you show up and there's new rules and suddenly taxes being levied again. And it might have made things a little more difficult. It's nothing personal
Oh, no, of course.
against you. It is the situation.
Yes, and the taxes that we levied are nothing personal either. It is still business,
Well, yes, but it's still cost.
of course. We have a situation with a La Sombra in Sofia named Basilio. Have you heard of him?
Yes, I've heard of it.
If you can make him and his business suffer, I can remove Elena from your hindquarters, as it were.
I'm not worried about her in my hindquarters.
Oh, you want her to be there?
Doesn't matter either way.
Mm.
As
I
I
won't
said,
judge you.
my business with this and my anonymity is based solely on the impact to my businesses. Sounds to me like you're wanting me to do your dirty work for you.
Not so much. See, it has come to my attention that you are a thorn in her side. I want to remove it, but still put it in somebody's side, so I need it to be in Basilio's. I would like to be helpful to you in this endeavor, since you are going to be helpful to me.
Basilio and Sophia, you wouldn't happen to be wanting to send me there because of his child contacted me the other night.
Oh, this I did not know, but I appreciate the free information.
I assumed since you were wanting to send me there, you already knew about this.
No, my friend.
He came.
This is altruistic. I want to help you and have you help me in return. This
You
is
know,
how
he
business
used
goes.
much the same words as you are. I am here to help you. I want to help you get ahead by helping me. You're helping yourself.
Oh, that I did not promise, but
Do you know what I told him?
tell me.
You can help yourself by sticking your head up your ass and getting out of my shop.
Oh, well,
Now, I wouldn't, we're being civil. I wouldn't dare to speak like that when we're being
Oh.
civil to you.
I would hope not.
But I
I've
have
shown you
heard,
nothing but courtesy.
I've heard this kind of talk recently.
Understand?
If I didn't get run out of town when you all take over, I'm sure as hell not going to get run out of town by an upstart that holds nothing.
Correct. Well, what if we hit Basilio here in the city, since you said that his child is here and talk to you? Perhaps you could set up a meeting, and perhaps we could intercept this man on the way to that meeting so that he doesn't bother you again. And maybe by this situation coming into fruition, the taxes against you in particular might find themselves lessened, maybe even being written off entirely. What kind of profits would you be making at that endeavor, my friend?
You wish for me to set him up for you. The price?
Is that what we were talking about?
Oh, yes. There's a price. I will do it. I want my taxes waived for 5 years. No levy.
5 years.
Small amount, considering how long you plan to rule.
No, I didn't know if you wanted to be here that long, given your relationship with Elena.
As I said, I was here before you all.
You were
I
right.
can't promise to be here after you all. I have other things to do, but I am relatively certain for the next 5 years I will still be located here. I may be waiting for some things, you see.
What if I counter with 1 year, and if you help us remove Basilio from Sofia, we give you first priority in that city. We're going to need someone to bring trade back and forth from there once we depose this man.
I need you to roll me
You got it.
perception.
That's my good one. I have a specialty. No, detect weakness, though.
No, that's not what we're doing. We're trying to perception subterfuge.
No.
While he's doing that, storyteller, could I case the joint?
You need to up your volume there. You're barely audible.
God fucking... I feel like I'm running as hot as I possibly can.
Yeah, you're hard to hear.
You try taking your shirt off. That might make you hotter.
No.
Hey.
That's a little louder.
I don't want to break TOS.
That's better.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you can case the joint.
Right,
I'm not just going to make you
subterfuge.
roll to see if you can avoid bumping into something, giving yourself away.
You know, just looking around, lock boxes, just simple shit.
So perception subterfuge from Augustine. Let's see.
4, if it's difficulty
4.
6.
Okay. 2 years. And I will make sure I arrange a meeting.
In 2 years, and we can say that you have agreed to assist us when we move against Basilio, yes?
No, this is just to arrange the meeting. You
Oh,
will
my
have
friend.
You will have his child. I'm sure you can use that any way you wish.
2 years seems a little steep just for a favor.
It is my name that ends up in the mud. I'm the one who makes the arrangement. I am the one who sets up an ambush. You must realize how hesitant other Canaanites will be to attend any meetings I try to arrange in the future after this.
Well, any Canaanites that have put their lot against us is what you mean.
No, just in general.
Oh, you think we're going to tarnish your name that badly? For 2 years, we're going to need you to help us with this child.
That puts me in a very difficult situation. We will go back to 1 year and I will arrange the meeting then.
Oh, see, you are very astute at negotiations. I do not care what Elena says about you.
Yeah. I will arrange the meeting and send word when it is.
Perfect. Your levies will no longer be taxed from a year hence from the date that you set up this meeting.
Very well. I do have one thing to add. In the future, next time you come to see me, make sure your friend is visible. It's very impolite for him to be sneaking around like this.
I am being followed.
And then suddenly his eyes cut straight to Snatcher.
I'm going to cross my arms. I appreciate you bringing this to my attention. I don't have a gift for noticing him when he does his thing. I will talk to him on the way back.
Of course, you knew nothing about him following.
No, please.
I'm gonna go and open the door. Senor Augustine?
Snatcher. Which one of the coterie put you to follow me?
I can't recall.
We're going to have a conversation, you and I. Forgive me, Spice Master. I look forward to hearing about this meeting.
I will let you know probably no more than a few days from now that I have arranged it.
Perfect.
And as you step forth from the shop into the night, the moon has risen, glinting off the building across from you. Now, the way the sunlight hits, some of the very rare glass, or not sunlight, the moonlight hits the very rare glass in the city. Almost makes it look like two eyes are watching you from it. But it is a reflection of the moon against the glass. But the red glass gives it an absolutely sinister look of the moon as the two of you set off into the night.
I'll bring it to Snatcher's attention as we're walking away, and I'm going to grab him by the ear and use that action to kind of turn his head in that direction as I'm scolding him.
Ow, careful, you might rip it off.
No,
It's
please.
definitely the moon on the glass.
You'll regret it.
It's definitely the moon reflecting, but because of the red glass and the fact that the glass is actually stained glass or painted glass in this era, it appears to almost like two red eyes watching you from the glass.
Once we're far away and I'm done berating him for following me, very good work, my friend. Try to be more skulky. I don't know what the word is for you.
It's just interesting that he noticed. Just means I have to try harder next time. Most annoying thing is he's going to move his lockboxes now, I can tell.
Come on, we have news to share with the group.
You didn't actually have to tug on my ear that hard, you know.
Oh, please. It's a simple bit of potence you'll be fine.
Yeah, and I'll just walk with him down the street at this point.
So you all are heading back to the fortress. So, while this was going on, it seems Elena, Miguel, and Peregrine, well, Elena's setting off somewhere. I'm going to turn it over to her so she can see if anyone's going with her, I guess, on this trip.
She pulls Miguel and Gwen in to the war room, basically, and says, I think I would like to check the progress of the chapel. Would you two care to join me?
Sure, why not? I've got my guards with me if we need to buddy up.
I'll have mine as well. But basically, I know that we are including in the construction the false floor trigger for the ceiling to collapse and things like that. I just want to check on the construction. Make sure there's no interference.
I'm fine with it. I already sent the scryers out for this evening.
Excellent.
So-
Miguel, are you in for this? We
Of
could go
course.
together as your involvement in the church?
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Thank you. All right. Yes, and if you wish to be hidden, Gwen, that is fine.
Oh, no. I like to, be out and about at times. You
Excellent.
still have to see me once in a while. you know?
Yeah. Let's go
Let's
check
tempt-
it out.
Let's tame some people.
So you all are heading over to the church. Reconstruction's been going well,
Mhm.
especially when, you run the city. So it makes it a lot easier to make sure a proper amount of
And Elena probably put a little bit of money into it.
masons and everything else are.
To hire masons and things like that.
When you have the resources of the city itself, it makes it a bit easier for you to do what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're heading over there, clear night, the moon is out. Give me perception awareness. Not alertness, but awareness, please. Don't worry, I'm not planning anything nefarious or anything. I'm just, doing my thing.
Is that for all of us?
Oh, yes, all three of y'all.
Okay.
Come on now.
And just as a general reminder, Miguel pretty much always has heightened senses on when he's walking around, unless there's...
Same.
Okay. Well, that gives you you can lower the difficulty to 4 then.
Does the attentive perception specialty count?
Sure.
And that'll be 6 successes.
I got 3 successes.
3. Okay. 6. Looks
5.
like 5. 5 and 6. That's pretty damn good.
There's a reason Elena takes these 2 with her.
As you're heading through the
No.
city, you notice as you're getting closer, only briefly, the both of you see it out of the corner of your eye. There was a bit of light where there shouldn't have been light. One of the alleyways, only briefly. And then it was gone when you looked back for it.
Can I do a quick stressel?
A quick what?
I just call it the V5 term instead of the...
Sure.
All right. Now if I can...
If you can remember what that one is too?
No, it's like... Perception, empathy...
I mean, you can roll, I'll let you, if you want to roll something about what you saw, intelligence, occult, wits, occult, one of those 2.
Intelligence, occult, what's occult? Same dice pool.
Yeah,
All right.
pick one.
All 4. No. That's a botch.
Oh,
Trick of the light, probably. Don't know what it is.
Peregrine will quietly and very subtly point out where she's seeing things to both Helena and Miguel. So they're aware.
And Elena asks, was it similar to the lights we saw in the past?
Is it, storyteller? I will roll intelligence and occult. I have no problem.
I'm thinking.
Ooh, that's scary.
I will say it could be similar, but it wasn't nearly as bright as what you saw there in the village in the past. Wasn't as consistent. If it is the same thing, it's a shadow of what the other was, a fragment of it, nothing nearly as powerful.
Sure will lay that to Helena.
Or it could be something traversing.
Probably.
Storyteller, you know I'm going to have to do this every fucking session until we finally find this bastard. I'm going to use my Koldunic sorcery to see if I can find something hiding around.
Okay.
I will quietly take out my daggers just in case, but I will not brandish them. They
Go
will be
ahead.
hidden within
You're
the
gonna
folds of my
roll
dress.
Your, it uses occult, doesn't it? Yes.
Yes.
Gonna roll your occult occult perception. Yep, perception and occult. Runic sorcery.
5 successes.
As you sweep your vision around and listen to the land and what it has to tell you, the only thing that you pick up from the land is there is an abundance of rats in the area. Now, This is a city. You're used to abundance of rats.
But I've done this enough.
There's
can't
an
tell if it's
abnormal concentration of rats
different.
in this area.
That's the only thing I get from it.
That's it.
Do I still feel like it's fighting against me?
Not tonight.
She comes back to herself and she's like, well, that's different.
What?
For one, the land isn't fighting against me tonight. And two, there is significantly more rats in this area than there have been.
Mm.
If those fucking plague-carrying bastards are here, I swear I will end them.
Fair. I don't want to destroy more wheat again. It's hard enough to get all that for the extras for the other villages.
I know.
Yay.
How abundant storyteller are these rats at the moment?
You can't really see any from where you are,
They're not. Okay.
other than you can see one or two watching on the building, but you're used to that because Snatcher's rats tend to watch you all from buildings. I will say, from Elena's point of view, she didn't. The ones on top of buildings every once in a while isn't what attracted her.
It's not those, and she points up to the buildings. They're all around, but they're like hidden.
And based on the earlier role, when she says that, Miguel and Peregrine, who both have heightened senses up, watching you from one of the alleys is a rat. It's actually watching you. It's staring.
Can I make eye contact with this rat?
Sure. It's behaving unrat-like.
Peregrine just waves. She can't talk to it.
This is not a great dice pool. Actually, it's not that bad, actually. And I'm going to give it a little squeak as a command to it.
Okay.
Come here.
So you're going to try to use you're going to try to
Whispers
command
of
it
the
using-
Wild. Whispers of the Wild.
Yep. Let's see. So that's going to be, of course, manipulation animal kin.
Mm-hmm. Generally, rats would be 6.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, since I do not have a specialty, that is 3.
3 successes.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of squeak at it, and the rat just blinks at you very slowly. If rats could roll their eyes, you probably would have seen that. The blink is so slow and deliberate that it has to know what it's doing.
This one has been put on us. If it is a rat, it is under someone else's control already.
Then we kill it. Don't tell me we have soft spots for rats, too.
Peregrine goes to kill it. I mean, I'm just waiting to see what Miguel wanted to do before I go.
No, Miguel was really good to be like, I'll be happy to if any of you who wants to kill it.
Yeah, seriously. I mean,
The estimate just goes and kills it.
it's not one of Snatchers, so we need to kill it.
Yeah, she'll just go.
As you go to get close to the rat, it watches you till you're about 10 foot away. And then you see it turn and dart like it's going to run away from you. But in the process, it just disappears.
Mm-hmm.
It's not there anymore. Gone totally. You had 5 successes on your perception awareness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Miguel had 6. For the briefest instant, you saw a light, almost like dim light, emanating from behind it as it stepped. An unnatural glow, almost, you could describe it.
So you got to do something like a Darth Vader, like look at it, look back, look at it again. Like, I just didn't think I saw what I saw. And she'll just look at Helena and go,
It's those
village
fucking
all over
rat
again?
things again. I swear to all that is holy.
that can encompass a lot of things, you know.
I'm aware. It's all inclusive.
Oh, good.
So help me. Those bastards bring their fucking disease up in the city. I will end them all. And she says it loud enough.
You can't end us all. And behind you stands a man that wasn't there a second ago.
You say that.
Long, pointy. His nose is rather longer than it should be. His ears are a little more pointy than he should be. His beard is scruffy.
Peregrine's just right there with celerity, almost like to defend in case.
You can't end us all. We are in every city. We are in every town. We are everywhere. If you are one of those Christians, you might as well call us Legion now.
I am a great many things, and she pulls the shadows closer to her to make her more intimidating. And you will not plague my city.
Who said anything about plague?
It's what you bring, is it not? It's what
Not
what
here.
your people brought to the Dahuda Pass.
Oh, yes, we did. Very much so. We had a grudge to settle. We still have a grudge to settle. Think of my staying here as a stopover on my way to other places.
Excellent.
I won't be here long.
Don't leave a mess.
I won't.
Is there anything that you desire that can make your stay pleasurable and short?
I'd go with the destruction of your kind, but that would be trite. I don't really care about your kind. Your kind can't go where we go. Though, I say that, but it's not 100% true. One of yours did profane our land once.
You shouldn't leave your portals just laying around.
Unfortunate side effect, you might say, of the road that we use now. Unfortunately, we have very little control over that.
Then he wasn't an interloper. You left the door wide open.
He still stepped in our land.
Unknowingly.
We do not tolerate those who cross into our
Then
lands.
learn to close the door. That lack of your knowledge is not our problem.
You know, I was going to give you some information, but I guess with open hostility, there's no point, is there?
I know what your people do.
What my people
Why
do.
would I be anything other than hostile when my concern is the well-being of the city?
What my people do.
Yes.
You should be more worried about what other people do.
Oh, I am. All the time.
Yeah.
If
Well.
you don't want to share your information, it's fine. I'm not going to kiss your derriere.
I'd at least like a little courtesy.
When you have watchers over us, and do not introduce yourself with courtesy.
We weren't watching you per se. We were watching for something else. Someone else. Someone else who likes to profane ground they should not walk on.
Oh, you're talking about the Inquisitor.
Now you get it.
Oh, I've always gotten it, but you know. Just wanted you to bring it about.
It seems we have a common foe.
Indeed.
We don't wish to have him anywhere near our lands.
We don't wish him anywhere near ours.
Then maybe arrangements can be made.
Perhaps.
What can you offer? And what assistance would you need? We are not fighters. We are not equipped to take on one such as that. He is already, how can I put this? Dissuaded us of that. Direct confrontation did not work very well for us.
Can you lure?
I don't think you'll follow rats, but we are rats. We can see. We can watch.
Excellent. Then information would be beneficial. And so long as you do not instill plague here, we will ensure your stay is complimentary to you and that you may traverse when you see fit to leave without incident.
When you worry about plague, be aware, whether we bring it or not, plague always comes to the city.
I am aware of that. I just know your kind do exacerbate it.
In the past, we caused it.
I know. It is
You
what you are.
understand.
I'm not saying
That's all we know of you.
That's
is that
all
you
we
bring
know
the
of you.
plague.
I should tell you a story. We were once different than we are now. More accepted. Then we were wronged. Falsely accused of being something we weren't. They tried to eradicate us. Because of that, they drove someone very important to us deep into the realms outside of this one. Now, they think us gone. They think us dead. But you can't kill us. We always survive. We are the survivors. You had dealings with, what they call themselves now, Shadow Lords.
Cowards is what they are.
Killers is what they are.
That too, but also cowards.
Committed a genocide not just against my people, but all like me. Ask your raven friend about the crimes committed. They remember. I will find you some information. But what I want in return, I want the leader of the Shadow Lord pack lured to the city.
If it can be arranged, it will be.
Galen, that one, or is,
No,
I
Galen
imagine,
is not
I don't
here.
know how they age.
Galen is not here. There are other Shadow Lords, I'm sure, outside the city.
I don't know where he fled to. That's what brought me to this city, looking.
Galen fled south of the pass.
I was a very young rat when you were in the pass. 50 years is a long time for us.
Do you have a name of this Shadow Lord that you seek?
No. But I'm sure you have ways to find who runs the pack outside the walls. Lure them to the city,
If we do, we will provide.
and I will provide you all the information you need to find him.
Excellent.
See, we can be reasonable without threats, without
Oh, indeed.
hostility. Just because we are considered vermin, it does not mean we're without etiquette, decorum.
It is good to see.
I'm going to get going. I will give you this for free. The one you seek has been in that church recently.
Of course he has. That was the hope.
I can tell. He leaves behind traces from where he enters our realms.
Oh, so he directly just stepped right in.
Not to ours specifically, but to one of them.
Yes, the ghosts are not too happy with him either.
They wouldn't be. He punches through theirs to get where he's going.
Mm-hmm.
So crude. There's much easier ways to do it, ways you don't have to do that.
But if you can inform us his travel patterns, that would be very beneficial. Especially if there is a pattern to them.
Have someone return here each night. Once you arrange for the Shadow Lord pack leader to come to the city, tell the rat that watches. You'll recognize ours. They won't act like the rest.
Do we need the ability to communicate with animals, or will any speech work?
Any speech will work. They'll understand. We all speak your tongue.
Excellent. That way we can alternate who does the reporting.
I will see you another night then.
And she nods in acknowledgement of him.
And as he goes to step away, let me roll again. Because it can't do it automatically. He's got to roll for this shit. As he goes to step away once again, 1 minute he's there and he just kind of, you see him step almost like he's stepping through a doorway that's not there, because then he's gone again. Leaving that brief glow behind him that you saw Peregrine and Miguel. And now Elena's close enough she could see it too. Almost like light filtering in behind him from somewhere else as he stepped.
And she looks at it and looks at the other two and says, Peregrine, you probably already know, but Miguel, you will learn over time. Everyone leaves a signature behind. And she turns and heads to the church.
And as you all head to the church, probably not feeling comfortable discussing all the stuff that was just asked in the street now. You go to the church. Construction's going very well. The trap seems to have been followed. Miguel, you've been to the church recently, correct?
Mm-hmm.
On the altar is something that wasn't there last time you were there. A set of rosary beads have been left on your altar.
Lovely. Is there I imagine there would be one person that would be supervising on behalf of the church or the construction who might be more aware to look out for and notice some things of people who are out of place and where the rosary might have came from?
Yes, it's one of the, he's a lay brother. He's not a priest. My lord, there's a rosary on the altar?
Do you know where it came from?
I didn't know there was one on there. I don't see one. It's on there. You all see it, but he apparently doesn't see it.
If I overhear this conversation, I want to look at this gentleman and see if perhaps his mind has been messed with.
How are you going to do that?
I don't know. Maybe wits awareness. I don't know.
Are you perception awareness,
Yeah,
maybe? Go ahead.
Perception awareness,
Man,
maybe.
the way you were making a noise, I thought you were gonna pull some fucking Koldunic shit.
Who's got Sense the Unseen?
I don't have anything in my Koldunic that can really do it. I can summon wind up from the Carpathians.
The letdown.
Sense the Unseen
of
isn't
you
even a
having,
thing
like,
in this edition, so it's
a regular
well,
roll.
It is, but
Hurts.
it's depends kind of thing.
yeah.
So like my sense the obscene automatically does not work against Snatcher because Snatcher's obfuscate is higher than mine, so I automatically failed. No roll applied.
I will let you you can roll perception awareness as well, because yes, any auspex in this edition gives you Sense the Unseen. So perception auspex.
I am going to rouse my perception.
Okay.
I'm actually going to rouse it twice.
And how are you looking specifically? I'm curious for Elena.
I want to look at any glazing of the eyes, any like strange, subtle facial things going on,
Okay.
like signs of more confusion than there should be, things like that.
Okay.
Okay, so we are going.
So you surged twice, huh?
Yes, I did, and succeeded both times.
Yeah, really boosting your shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that lets you boost your perception up
Wow, and that was a horrible roll.
up to your cap of 4. You can boost it by 4. I don't know why you only put 2 on your. What's your normal perception?
Oh yeah, shit. I fucked it up. Okay, hang on.
Yeah, what's your normal perception?
My normal perception is 2, so I could go.
So you can go all the way to 6. Yep.
Okay, so let me re-roll.
Yep.
The crunch of a Dark Ages book.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Respect the setting still, though, of course.
While they're doing that, can I roll perception empathy to see if his body language is off?
Sure.
Facial. Okay.
And just to be clear, Miguel is looking at the rosary when he is looking at
Okay.
this to see if the rosary is something funky. The heightened senses does not affect sense the unseen, does it?
Not really, no.
Okay. And that's 1 success.
I got 5 successes.
Peregrine, how many
I
you
have
get?
4.
4? Peregrine. There's something odd in the air around him. You don't know what it is. For Elena, it's not your perception of him directly that tells you something's off, but it's the land that he's standing on that tells you something has been done to him. The land itself doesn't even know what it is.
She's going to look him dead in his eye. Hang on, let me see what's what. She's going to use subjugation.
Okay.
And command him to tell her exactly what happened to him.
Okay, manipulation leadership. Wow, we get to use leadership for once in the game.
Yeah.
God damn.
Damn.
Y'all gonna like this pool, I'm just saying.
For those that aren't
This
aware,
is
you almost never use leadership in World of Darkness.
And I'm
Just
gonna
as a-
willpower.
Just as a note, Miguel figures that Elena has this covered and is going over to investigate the rosary.
I got 4.
You got 4. I'll come back to you, Elena, in a second here. The rosary, Miguel, it's very well made. The beads are all wood, well carved. The beads are red, and the way the wood, the grain in the wood appears, the beads are almost looks like there's flames on them from the way the wood grain is. The pattern in the wood grain almost makes it look like, fire trapped in wood form. Elena, as you command him, What was your exact subjugation you're doing?
Commanding him to tell her exactly what happened to him.
I've been working here. I don't see anything. I don't know. I don't know.
She's
I
just staring
don't know.
at him.
And he just keeps repeating, I don't know.
What do you know?
And then he speaks with a voice that's not his. I know what you are.
I know what you are.
I will see you soon.
Good.
Don't bother with this one. This is just a message I left in his brain.
Yay.
And then the guy goes right back to, I don't know.
I think you need to take some time to convalesce.
I've got to finish this.
I believe you've taken a head wound. You have forgotten.
I see it. You need to go lay down.
Brother Miguel is...
Matt,
Where did those come from? He's looking at Miguel over at the rosaries.
You've taken a head wound, dear. You need to take care of yourself.
Must be all this stress from work here, trying to get this thing rebuilt.
We will call someone else in to supervise while you rest.
By your leave.
And she looks to Miguel to give him permission.
Because he looks at Miguel, not Elena.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you can take information from her just like you can from me. She said to leave. Go listen to her.
It is for your best interest, dear.
My lord, my ladies.
Go over to the secret grove. There's some healers there that can take care of you.
Yes, my lady. And he scurries off, shaking his head, trying to figure out what the hell's going on, because he don't know.
And Elena's just like, that fucking old son. And she looks over at the...
Does Miguel pick up the rosaries?
I hesitate to say yes, because I know, but Miguel is of course curious and
Does Miguel have fortitude?
Thankfully, yes, he does.
Good girl.
We'll about to find out if he needs it.
Yeah.
Peregrine will be like, shouldn't you just use a
stick or something?
Yeah, you can take it.
So
I've got
Quick here,
several knives on me.
take this quill.
So I assume that means you're going to pick it up, Miguel?
Yeah.
They are
Put it in your mouth.
extremely warm to the touch. Not hot. They don't burn you. But they are extremely warm to the touch. As if they've been recently near a fire of some kind. But the wood isn't scorched. And there's no way in hell it should still be this warm.
So it's Miguel's trying to figure if it's something that is generating heat itself, or if it's something that was possibly recently placed there from a hot place. Is it
Well,
cooling?
the easy way to tell is to hold them
them
for a few more minutes, right?
Yeah.
As you're holding them, they don't get cooler. They stay the temperature that they were. They appear to be generating their own heat.
Miguel is relaying this to Peregrine and Elena. It hasn't cooled.
Lay it down on the stone floor. I want to try something.
Miguel will do the thing.
She picks up a hammer because there's bound to be one in this church due to construction.
Oh, yeah. Hammers, chisels.
Yeah. She's going to take a hammer and a chisel just in case she needs the chisel, but she's going to try with the hammer first to bust the beads on this freaking necklace.
Gonna destroy a rosary necklace in a church.
Okay.
This
Who's
thing
God?
is not freaking religious, okay?
Yeah, there's no God here.
There's no God here. God took a
And
vacation.
as she goes to strike it, we're going to go to break, everybody.
She did it away from y'all in case it explodes.
We're going to
Yeah,
see
I was gonna
everybody
say
in
it's
10
definitely
minutes.
a
We're going to go to
bomb.
break right here and leave everybody hanging about what's about to happen.
What was
See
that about
everybody
I'm
fortitude?
getting alcohol.
in 10 minutes.
Dude.
And
That's
we
when the
are
banana
back.
hammock slid in.
Random shit being
I
said.
swear to all that is holy, I'm going to send you a banana hammock and I want pictures.
It's all right. Before we get
Not for
started with
free.
this half,
Not for free.
Astro
I
in
already have
chat
a
is
penguin
threatening
one.
to say the name that shall not be named before this
No,
roll.
it's fine. I don't have to roll for this.
Well, you're going to have to do a bit of a roll.
A little one, but not for this.
Because as the hammer
Because I'm
comes
going
down,
full you're any, not your outie, and hitting the red button.
It's not the size that matters, guys. It's not the size.
as the hammer comes down and strikes this rosary bead,
Mhm.
flames shoot up. I need Dex Athletics from both Miguel and Elena.
How big's the radius of this fucking explosion? Damn.
You know Dungeons and Dragons. You know what a fireball can do.
Yeah, but that's Dungeons and Dragons.
I get 2, because that's all my pool is.
Is there any way Peregrine can ignite celerity to?
Knock them out of the way.
No, because that would involve you going towards fire.
I mean,
So, first, I'm going to. Sorry, go ahead. Surging, Dex. Do not get hungrier. And Miguel is not.
You were looking over Elena's shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Miguel-
as she backs up, you're going to back up.
Right.
Well, that also means any flame shooting up isn't going to hit you in the body. It's going to hit you in the face.
Miguel is not jumping back to dodge it. He is diving over it to smother it.
Oh, I love this too, Chaos Gremlin.
Yeah, I love this idea. This is going to end very badly,
God,
but this is great
that's a-
stuff.
That's as heartbreaking as watching someone lay on a grenade.
I know.
God damn.
Um,
And she's like smacking him, Miguel, get off of it!
So, what did you get for your Dex Athletics?
I got
well,
2.
does precise count?
Yeah, precisely landing on a fire. Yeah, go ahead.
I got 4.
Oh my God.
4. Okay, now Miguel has 2 points of fortitude.
Mhm.
Elena has 1.
Mhm.
So people are aware, we're using the fast rules that were in the companion that came with Dark Ages 20th. So we don't have to do a fortitude roll for soak. They just soak based on their straight fortitude. So Elena is going to take 1 point of aggravated as she jumps out of the way. Miguel, unfortunately, landing on it, even with 2 fortitude, because it doesn't go out. It keeps burning. You're going to take 1 immediately as well. And it's still burning under you.
Question.
Mhm.
On our character sheet, there is no aggravated checkbox.
It's actually just under the same health. Click it twice.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause it's
Miguel, you're now
slash
laying
crash.
on it and it's still burning. Elena, you don't have to make a Rorschach check. Nobody does, because right now nobody can see the fire.
And she's sitting there smacking Miguel, get off it, get off it, get off it.
is there any way that Peregrine can find some fucking water for these morons? I love you all, but really,
The bucket brigade isn't that close by.
well, is your
No, there's
buckets
a pool
around?
of holy water in this fucking church, okay?
There is.
God.
I'm just gonna run and grab that holy water and say, "Move, Miguel," and just douse it.
Okay, so while you're doing that, Miguel, do you stay on it another turn?
Yeah, so I'm going to try another turn to try to smother it.
You're going to take another aggravated,
And it
Okay.
does not go out.
and it's still not gone out. Miguel, you can hear it whispering. Burn. Kill. The flames. We live. We breathe. We burn.
I'm going to assume that there's going to be a courage check in here at this for
Yeah, go ahead. Give me your courage check. You're being burned. Difficulty 7.
difficulty 7.
Mhm.
1 success.
Okay, so you're getting off it now.
Yeah. He's got to try to just roll away to make sure that any fire that, came onto his clothing is also being smothered while he...
This is the odd part. When you roll off it, your clothing isn't on fire. Your clothing is not burnt at all.
But you are.
But you are. And the flame is there. You see it. You all see it. But I'm not making you roll raw Shrek for it because it doesn't look like normal flame. It's white. A pure white flame. But the rosary seems to be catching fire and it's spreading.
Yeah, the whole rosary's now igniting.
And it's getting bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a pure white flame.
Nope, getting the holy water, dousing it. Baptismal fount, whatever.
You pour holy water on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's water, yes.
It's blessed water.
It's blessed water.
Even better.
You think that. Except when a blessed pair of rosary beads is causing the fire.
Oh, that ain't blessing. That's the fucking work of the devil there.
Yeah, that's not the natural color of
When
fire.
the water hits it first, the flames get much larger. But then it goes out. Leaving ash.
Can we do science next time?
The water itself is
Around-
gone.
Mm-hmm.
There's no wet spot on the floor.
Can we do science near water next time? Are you two
And,
okay?
and Elena looks damn near giddy at this, okay? And she turns to Gwen and says, but this was fun. And she looks at me, are you okay, Miguel?
I've been burnt worse.
Okay.
This is like the fire that was in the basement. It spoke.
Of course it did. It's the work of the damn devil.
I wish I could drink ale again. I really need a cup of ale. You're too dry in my body.
You can drink somebody who's drinking ale. Will that work?
We have dinner
I-
at home. We got a venture we can all slurp on.
Oh, I mean, I've slurped on him already, but sometimes a nice cup of ale is really good for the soul. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go do that at some point tonight because, oh my god, you both are okay at least, yeah.
I can heal. It's mine.
All right, I just want to make sure.
So are you heading back, all heading back now to the
Yeah.
castle? As you
Yeah.
go to leave the church, where the moon is hanging over the sky, the stained glass, the painted glass that's in front of the building that said survived the fire. The moon's reflecting off it here too. And it looks almost as if a pair of red eyes is watching you from the glass.
I will point out that Miguel is leaving as a raven.
Okay, you shift to raven form.
Yep, I get hungry.
And you all see, as he shifts to raven form, scorched feathers on the chest part. Because it doesn't heal wounds when you transform.
Nope.
Yep, just doing the right through the eyes.
You can't, they're up high on the glass. I mean, you can climb the front of the
no,
church.
she's doing the 2 fingers salute.
Towards it? Okay.
Oh, aye.
It's clearly the moon and not actual eyes, but the way it's reflecting.
It's okay. Mother understands one way or another. It's not at her, but it's more at what the idea in the perception is. So it's just, she just goes like this.
That's the archer's version of fuck you.
So you all head back
Got my 2 fingers.
to the castle. Miguel, are you going also back? Well, not to the castle, but to your labyrinth under the castle. Are you going there as well?
Yeah, I do want to ask Storyteller, Is the moon full tonight, and is the sky clear?
Yes, clear sky, full moon.
All right. Yeah, Miguel will go back. He's kind of watching, particularly to see if anyone may have been paying attention, and he will fly kind of in various circles overhead so that he has an eye on Peregrine and Elena.
You see the normal. There's more than one cut purse that starts to make a move towards them before they recognize the ones they're moving towards. And then they kind of retreat back into the shadows. And this is Transylvania. Even though you aren't obvious, there's lots of rumors as to what this group of Canaanites actually, more than one person knows that the vampire walked the city.
Like we care.
Gwen's just like, come at me. I'm ready for a fight.
In this era?
Yeah, like
Just
we care.
pounds of money. Yep.
We're
So
not
you all-
going around murdering all the townsfolk, so
You all arrive back in your hidden lair to find Augustine and Snatcher have returned from wherever they went tonight.
Oh,
For
It looks-
Augustine and Snatcher, Elena and Miguel. Elena's a little scorched.
on the sides of her face.
Yeah. Miguel.
Flames.
Actually, if Miguel switches back to human form, you don't see anything on him at all because his clothes weren't burned. He's just burnt under the clothes.
Yeah.
it looks like you had an eventful night. Should I be jealous?
Yes, it was fun.
You should so be jealous. Your sister got an explosion reaction. She's so hot, she got on fire.
This is what you missed out on, Snatcher, by going with me to go see the Bruja.
I do not say this lightly.
Huh?
Thank God.
Oh, I gotta see him at some point. Ugh. What you do with the Bruja?
We went to talk to him and get his help with Basilio's child.
But it cost me.
A year without taxes for him if he survives the encounter.
Then we just make sure he doesn't survive.
Correct.
God, and I was hoping to have a wee wit around with him, but oh well.
But he is going to arrange a meeting with Basilio's child there.
Excellent.
And he noticed me.
Good to know.
He did.
Can't go sneaking about now. That sucks.
Well, you're a Toreador. You wouldn't anyway with him.
It's true.
You know, I've met many a Toreador that does a lot of things that most Toreador wouldn't actually admit to doing.
I'm sure. But you would want to flaunt yourself in front of the Bruja.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, is there a bucket I can throw up in?
Yes.
Don't worry. I'm going to be rubbing Carthage all in his face.
Good.
What kind of
Don't
man
worry.
is he?
I think they'll be rubbing Carthage in their own face just as much.
Exactly.
So you'll be
they
ahead
have
of the curve.
attachment issues. They just can't let go.
What kind of man is that, you know?
But we went to the church to check on construction. It's looking wonderful. But ran into one of those rat beings.
From the pass.
Yes.
Again.
He was a young rat then because it was 50 years ago. So they age like roughly like humans. They are very upset at this Inquisitor traversing their realms.
He's affecting other people than just us. That's good.
And spirits he's pissing off. So he's pissing off everybody, basically. But yes, we worked out a deal where they are not fighters, but what they are very good at observing, as of course Snatcher knows with his own rat squadron. So they are going to report to us his traversal patterns.
Oh.
But in return, he needs the leader of the Shadow Lords outside the city.
I
So
don't
if
know who
any
that
of
is.
us have any contacts or know of anyone that is connected with them, we need that information as soon as possible.
How do you think we got all the people out as quickly as we could when we needed them?
I
They
understand.
had an ally.
Is your ally the leader?
I've never really asked him. I guess I could ask him, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
This is your ally?
Aye.
I look at Miguel. This is disappointing, my friend. I would have figured that anyone having friends in the werewolves would be you.
We have an agreement. I don't bother them, they don't bother me.
That's what I mean by friends.
Yeah.
Sometimes that is the best we can get.
After seeing how Mitri fared, I prefer to stay away.
And I assisted him, a friend of mine. Well, I assisted him and we became allies. He helps me, I help him.
I understand.
I can bring it up to him and see where he goes from there. I mean,
It may not be that hard to bring him in for the rat ones because he may want to destroy them anyway.
it's possible. I'll have to talk to my friend and see what he wants. And go from it that way.
Otherwise, we lure him in. But be careful what you reveal to him.
Reveal what?
Exactly.
Once we learn what we can from the rats, who's to say that they won't survive the encounter? Wolves are nefarious.
They are, but I have a feeling the rats outnumber the wolves by many.
Aye.
I guarantee the rats will outnumber the wolves. Whether they are naturally breeding rats or not, I doubt they would be slow to that act.
All I can say to him is, some of your rat friends want to have a talk with you later. Leave it at that. Let him
Storyteller.
make the choice.
Yes.
While they're talking about the rats, by the way, Snatcher's just going to real quick double check to make sure there's no reflective surface in here.
There's not.
But it's not hiding.
Tula Sombra in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Snatcher is still making sure. Tula Sombra in the room. Old piece of glass, anything. He's a little bit paranoid for this.
Yeah, you will never have to worry about like mirrors around us.
I know on the Shadow Lord tribe a little bit. They're kind of like you guys. Very ruthless at times. So maybe if this guy wants a bit of power and he's not the leader, I'm sure he might gently say, go find out what the rats want.
Go on, I have never been ruthless. I don't know where you get that from.
Your clan, are you kidding me? Have you seen your sister?
She is a prime example of what we can do.
I'm saying it's a compliment. They marry almost. So maybe we can use his need to maybe gain power to our advantage. Maybe. We'll see.
Storyteller, can I be healing while they're talking?
You can heal 1 aggravated per day.
Okay.
And how many rouse checks? Is it like the other one? Let me pull it up. Give me a second here. I got to find my rules.
Is it
I got
is
so
it
many
3,
things I
like-
got open right now.
like 5th edition?
Yeah, I got to pull up my
Because
damages.
that would suck.
I have plenty of blood pool. I'll be fine.
There's the thing about skipping time is y'all get lots of... Oh, wrong one. Okay, here we go. Healing.
Yeah, I need to feed. This is not a meeting that you should go by yourself. Yes? Or would he be more trusting if you are seen by yourself?
Do you know, I never really thought about that. Would anyone like to go with me?
It's a werewolf. One like
Hey?
is the first thing I think about.
Healing will take 3 rouse checks and a full night's of rest before you can heal.
Okay.
Good fucking God.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't do it while they're talking.
Nope.
Okay.
That's to heal one wound.
That was what I was asking.
Yep. There we go. Found it on my notes.
Tells me to raise my fortitude.
We met outside the city and kind of stumbled upon each other and we're like, I'm here, you're there. We have a problem. Well, we'll help each other with the problem. And then we just became allies from there. Where I don't go where he is and he doesn't go where I am. Simple.
That's going to change since he's got to come to where you are.
I'm aware of that.
If you wish for someone to be with you, I can do so.
I mean, if you'd like to, we can make a whole big party of it to say, we're asking you for help or something like that. I don't know. This just happened. I'm not even formulating a plan just yet. You guys do it way too fast before me.
We need to send somebody each night to across the street from the church, and the rat individual will give us information on the Inquisitor. We can let him know the status of us working on getting the leader here, that we've been able to find someone who has contact with them, that we are working on getting the leader here.
That works.
Oh,
I'm sure you have the most experience with these rats. Do you want to be in charge of this?
I think we should
our...
alternate.
Oh.
and to say experience is
In
quite a
twos.
grand description.
In twos.
We did talk about forming patterns that if the
Mhm.
Inquisitor is watching.
Which I feel he is.
Of course he
This
is.
is-
Because he left a manipulated lay brother in the church. He left a rosary in the church made out of wood that probably was not strictly wood.
Mhm.
And when we assessed the lay brother, the mage spoke through him, said it was a message he left in his head. And says, I know what you are. And I looked and said, I know what you are. And he said he'd see us soon. And I said, good. And then I took a hammer and chisel to the rosary on stone. And it lit up like a candle.
That would explain your tan.
Yes. I'll take care of it tonight. I'll be fine by tomorrow night.
Unless you found out that the holy water turned around and got fired too. And then it doused it.
That was interesting. The flame was
Aye.
white. The flame was white. It was funny because Miguel laid on it trying to snuff it out. Did not work. It burned him even though it didn't burn his clothes. And he said it was talking like the fires in the catacombs. And she looks to Miguel.
It was not as didn't have as much to say as the fire in the catacombs, although it just said burn. Same voice, same husky whisper.
Yes. So him laying on it did not put it out. He got up because it was really starting to hurt him. And then the whole rosary ignited. And it was white fire. Fascinating. And Gwyn come running in with the basin of the holy water and threw it on it to douse it. And literally, it sparked up from the blessed water, and then it went out. And it turned to complete ash. There was no sign of water. Complete ash in the floor.
Storyteller, was there any scorch marks?
Why, no, there wasn't.
No evidence of it burning other than the ash.
Did
This-
you take any of it?
Not taking any of that to our place where we sleep. Are you
Oh.
crazy?
Obviously not to bring it here, but taking it.
To where?
We have allies that could have examined it.
I'll send a message to my associate, my mage associate, and tell him to go pick up some of the ash to study.
Gail probably scooped up a little and put it in a bag to leave it somewhere.
Meanwhile, Elena's like, no, I'm not touching the fucking ash. It's staying right fucking there.
Miguel got a doggy bag or a gangrel bag of it.
I'll take a hammer to the rosary, but I'm not going to touch the ash. There's a line, people.
He probably has a little, he makes coin
CSI pouch,
leather coin bags for fun. Out of boredom, he's started teaching folks, so he's got
that honestly does track.
Then as we were leaving, I saw in the stained glass of a building across from the church, the moon was reflecting in it, but it looked like red eyes were staring at it. It was funny. Gwen gave it the Archer flip off.
Unconsciously, you see Snatcher just gently tug on the lobe of his ear for a second.
Yeah. It was similar to when we left. Yes.
That was interesting. I didn't bother to study that. I was so just giddy
Delighted.
from the rosaries. It was fascinating.
Who saw the eyes amongst the three of you?
Did I see it? I don't think I saw it.
Not until Peregrine pointed it out.
Yeah, I didn't see it until Peregrine pointed it out.
Okay.
Miguel saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And the eyes weren't there when he flew because the angle changed. So
never mind. I thought that it was a message. Since you were the one telling us about it, I thought that maybe it was a message for the two of us. But since I'm the one that saw it, but Snatcher couldn't see it.
No, I only saw it after Peregrine pointed it out. When I saw her do the Archer flip off, I was like, oh, what's that? And then saw it.
It could be a message to us.
Oh, it could just be somebody snooping.
There's a difference between a group being able to see something and then whether it was Damalena and myself that saw it, then there would be a much different
connotations. Yes.
It was not viewable from the air, if that has any impact.
Oh, that's interesting that it can only be seen from the ground.
Something about angles, possibly.
Maybe. Your power works with the ground, though, doesn't it? This sorcery that you have access to now?
Yes.
Could that be attached to it? Or does it matter when you use it?
When I used it earlier, as we were approaching the church, all I got was an insignificant increase in rats, and not the ones that Snatcher usually deploys. And that's what led me to suspect that we have the rat beings from the past here. And we saw a rat across the way from us that was behaving differently, not like a rat. And so I said, just kill it.
I went to go kill it and, disappeared.
Traversed. And then the one that decided to make the deal with us spoke up behind me like, you can't kill us all. And I looked and I said, try me. But... But anyway, we had a bit of discussion, and at first it was a little bit of,
tit for tat.
Tit for tat. But we got to an agreement of mutual beneficence.
No, the Bruja was civil for most of the conversation.
There was a couple times, but I just chalked that up to strength of his blood. It was
he's a
probably
Bruja,
pushing
yes.
against him.
Yeah, to be honest, Snatcher, I was very put out that we did not find him crying about Carthage in the corner somewhere. The way these Bruja act.
I was too busy being overly expressive under the assumption that he didn't notice me. So I didn't notice as much of the meat of the conversation.
No, he's fine. He only threatened me once or twice.
And they were light slap on the wrist threats at best.
Oh, of course. But you know how his clan is. He needs to be the dominant cock in the pen.
Which is embarrassing if you're the only one in the pen.
There's a lot of that. Idiot men, I tell you.
They are all over the place.
They are.
At least I didn't meet my my dummeter. He was
They
one.
breed like rats.
You think you learn something after 500 years and...
I will remain silent on that conversational topic.
I don't know. I think we should have a Carthage freedom, a Carthage liberation party.
A remembrance
commemorate.
party, perhaps.
Yes. And we'll invite all the Kainites. And I mean, we couldn't help but not invite him.
If he survives.
Oh.
I feel like a
naturally.
Toreador sending out an invitation to celebrate anything regarding Carthage is just going to piss them off.
That's the point. You piss them off and they show all their cards because they can't help it.
They can't help who they are.
Hey, play into it. Oh, how do you think you get learn? How do you learn enough from a bruja? You piss them off and you say, oh no, you don't know this. And then they will do everything they can to prove them right and tell you all the information you need.
Attack a Venture's ego and they lose their minds.
Mm-hmm.
Or point out simple statements such as, I am the ruler of this city, show me respect.
Have we learned anything about the Ventru's arrival? His pieces that we sent off?
It will take time. It's traveling across Transylvania to Hungary.
Storyteller, have I or any of us seen more Ventru entering the city?
No, Miguel does nightly patrols as a bird. Now, remember, this is only the next night from when that happened, so he hasn't seen any prior to. He didn't see anybody entering the city, coming through, and because I like to assume competence, I assume you've got somebody watching the gate that isn't on the gate to be dominated that would be able to tell you anyway.
And literally no one's been asking about him. It's only been a night.
The secret to not getting your people dominated on the gate so you don't know somebody comes through is have somebody watching the gate who's not on the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of our visitor, I do need, I think I need a little, I have a little hunger. I'm going to go handle that.
You know where he's kept.
And because
Miguel's going to go and take care of the blood that he lost.
and
I'm
it's
gonna go
safe
hunt
for
as
you
well.
to drink from him because you're bound to
Mm-hmm.
I am.
by the constants and feeding from him won't bond you.
It's safe for all of us to drink because
Yeah.
we're all bound to our sires.
We're all bound by
Mhm.
way stronger Canaanites than that bitch.
Mhm.
Yep. But I'm going to go hunt.
Okay. So as you all go your separate ways, right here, I'm going to end this episode with, well, you've got a deal that you may have made with the Ratkin that have come to your city. A deal that you have to decide. Do you give up an ally to get what you need to take your enemy? Do you tell your ally who's looking for him? Let them deal with each other? And what is the meaning of the reflected light looking like eyes? You know your storyteller doesn't mention things without reason. I'd like to thank my players and the viewers, and I'm going to give 4 XP again this session solely because I did not expect somebody at this table to jump onto the fire beads
Or smash him.
or smash them.
You just expect everything at
Those
this
are
point.
the
What's
kinds of
wrong with
things
you?
that me as
Yep.
storyteller goes, okay, that was funny as shit. It was awesome. And I loved it. Give them something extra. So 4 XP for everybody for this one.
Like we're playing with Lance.
No, if it was Lance, he would have passed the frenzy check and stayed on him
Yeah.
because he only succeeds in his roles
When his character
when it deals with death. He would stay on him until almost dead. Then he would run away and survive somehow. Just saying. So I do thank you viewers for coming to see this. It's episode 6. We got 4 left unless they find a solution to this, which I think things are starting to line up a little, aren't they? We'll see.
Slowly but surely.
We'll see what next episode happens. Yes, Calisover says, make Shanky laugh, get extra XP. That's actually a valid thing. Yeah.
It is. When we do something he didn't expect, he's like, damn, okay, that's crazy.
I half expected the beads to get smashed. I did not expect anyone to grenade dive onto Firebeat. Not one bit of me expected that.
Honestly, I was both touched and impressed by that.
I was like, oh my God. And then she's like smacking him. Get off it. Get off it.
Yep.
No. Let it spread. Let it spread. Come on, get up.
Don't say I don't reward people for doing the unexpected. And of course, join us on our Discord. The cast of this show come from our Discord. The cast of all of our shows come from Discord, not just this one. Call of Cthulhu, Kansas City, which you'll hear about shortly. Old Gods, all of our shows, they come from our Discord. Plus, we do hangouts on Zoom. We did one last Friday after the episode 1 of the Kansas City game, just for a little bit. Wasn't a long one, till 1 a.m. Wasn't a long one, but it was a chance just, we hung out, chatted a bit. Plus, we got some good people over there. We've got a good Discord, good community. Join the family. Be a stabber with the rest of us. We're all homicidal. It's all good. Yeah. You want to catch back episodes? Go to YouTube. You can catch back episodes of not only this stream, but all the other World of Darkness content, which, to be fair, is a fuck ton. We have a lot of World of Darkness stuff we've done. And we've also got the brand new Kansas City game episode 1 is on the YouTube. And if you missed our intro reel, our movie trailers for tonight, the teaser intro is up on the YouTube now for the Kansas City game. And I have to give my wife mad props. She picked some great music to go with the Kansas City intro. It hits hard. It's some good shit. So you definitely want to check that out. But if you want to see some Call of Cthulhu or D&D, pop over to Ishvael's channel. That's who does that. You want to see some amazing content creators? 2 of them are at this table. Check out our friends list. One of them was in chat, Mischievous Red. You'll see her on Friday. So, check out their channels. I'll give them a chance to talk about what they got going on later on, as always. If you want to get you some McStabber Studios merch, we've got a merch store. Trust me, we don't really make much money on it. Soon we will have a Kansas City movie poster for it. It's not done yet. We're working on it. It takes time.
I'm working on it, y'all. My spoons got depleted.
Plus, it's not a fast thing to do to find all the images, get the layout right, design it as a poster style. It's a slightly different style than what we had for Windy City because Kansas City is a different game. I'm sure now we need to have a fire bead, somebody jumping,
I'm not drawing it. Somebody else has
we
to
need a
draw it.
bead that looks like it's on fire and with a comment that says, or rosary beads on fire with a comment that says jump on it.
Oh, you know what? I love you so much. I'll take a rosary for you.
Wow. So, yep.
That's not work of God. That's the devil.
Bobby Boucher, that rosary bead's the devil.
There's some fire that God won't touch.
That's right.
Problem is, if we do that, we need to make sure the cross is on it because otherwise people might think they're a different kind of bead. If you want to support the players, bits and donations that go to the cast of the show, not to the studio. It's a way for you, the viewer, to give something to the players. Trust me, none of us are going to make money doing this. I think we all lose money doing streams. Costumes alone cost more than most of us pull out of streams. I can tell you that from experience. But if you want to give the studio, subscribe here on Twitch. They'll take half. Go to our coffee. If you're on YouTube, like the video, comment on the video, hit the notification icon, subscribe to the channel. All that good shit. I mean, seriously, most of our viewers are not subscribed to the channel when they watch our videos on YouTube. Why not? Be subscribed. That way, you get notified when we post new shit. I'm telling you.
Subscribe and hit the little bell icon on YouTube. That way you get notified when we actually post shit.
Because we post shit a lot. I know you'll get a lot of notifications, but we make a lot of content, so we post a lot of shit.
Like and subscribe. That's right.
That's it.
Like and subscribe.
Ratkins subscribe, okay? And now I'm going to turn it over to my wife for the schedule this week.
All right. So coming up, thank you so much for joining us tonight for our Vampire the Masquerade Dark Ages Chronicle. Coming up tomorrow, Ravnos Archon is running the finale of Old Gods of Appalachia with myself and Shanky as players at his table with Rev Ben Powers and Timber Brad. So join us as we wrap up this story in Salem, Virginia, circa late 1800s. Some hanky shit has gone down. I love Old Gods. It's an amazing game. Thank you, Ravnos Archon, for running it for me.
Old Joe is a respectable, upstanding citizen.
Yeah, Prudence.
At least as far as he remembers.
Prudence is not. She will do some dirty damn shit to protect the land and the people.
Ravnos Archon can't kill Timber Brad. That's my job.
All right, so that's tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, if you caught us last week, you caught the premiere of our Kansas City, a domain divided V5 Modern Knights Chronicle for Vampire. Session 2 is for this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
And it's in Kansas City this time.
It's actually in Kansas City. Session 1 was the lead up. What caused these young Ancilla to go to Kansas City? Because Chicago and Jackson are just full of it.
And spoiler, you're going to get to see the Malkavian Prince of Kansas City on this week's episode.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to finally get to meet Manuel Valdez, Malkavian Prince of Kansas City.
Yeah. So yeah, join us for that. And is Tiss running a game?
No, she's off this week.
She's off this week. Okay, so there's no game on Saturday. I can't keep track of everything going on. It's like herding cats, and I just can't keep track. But anyway, and then on Sunday, we have our marathon rerun of Windy City After Dark. We will be picking up with the intermission after season 4 and going into season 5.
Which means you get to see when Mischievous Red and Timber Brad join the table.
Absolutely, because they joined us actually during the intermission leading up to season 5. So you can do that at noon on Sunday, and it'll run till approximately 7-ish, 8-ish p.m. Eastern, depending on how many episodes can be fit in a reasonable time frame.
And how late I feel like babysitting.
Yeah, because he has to babysit the Twitch. So yeah, so definitely tune in for that. And then, of course, we'll be back here next Wednesday for episode 7 of season 2 of Vampire the Masquerade Dark Ages.
Yep. Shit's getting lined up.
I just love that Elena had a moment of pure excitement and joy tonight. This was needed.
Why does it always involve fire?
Because fire is fun.
So now we're going to go around the table. I'm going to let our various players say what they got going on. Zach, what you got going on?
I got this. I'll be here next week. And then if you see me between then, you're stalking me. I appreciate it, but it's kind of creepy. I can be found at zachrules.com, my website. I can be found on the BS site, also at zachrules.com, because they let me use my own name. On the Ancient Elephant, I'm at zachrules.dicecamp, and on the Dead Bird app, I'm at zachrules. If you find me anyplace else on social media, I'm not gonna see it, so you can just not bother.
I know that feeling. I get notifications that people follow me on Instagram, and I'm like, why? Because I never post there ever.
I've deleted my Instagram. I have an account at Instagram. If you find me there, fine. At TikTok too. I'm not going to get a notification because I don't have any of those set up to send to emails. Co-host, I have an account there. In theory, there's some other ones that I can't remember. But yeah, I'm theoretically there, but only in, just to have my name there.
Yeah. Good luck. Actually, subscribe all you want, follow me all you want. You get nothing. Junie, what you got going on?
Life.
Amen to that.
You'll see me Saturday on RPG Table. You will see me Sunday at Roll Call. You will see me back here on Wednesday. And then in November, some scamp might be starting up his 7th Sea adventure again that I may or may not be able to play in again. Because # we missed that.
My bad for stealing him on Thursday nights to do all guys. My bad.
Right? So you'll see me there. Also, I'm a mod on Discord for Occasion Nights, where it's a play-by-play server for all of your World of Darkness needs. Otherwise, I'm on the internet. Find me if you dare.
If you dare. Okay, Snatcher.
If you dare.
Maddox, here's your chance for your pithy comments about where they can't find you.
Let's see. You can't find me in any YMCA that is located in any downtown. You cannot find me outside of most flower shops, because if I want flowers, I'll just grow flowers. You also probably can't find me outside your house. I'm not that directionally savvy, so you should be fine.
So Zach's safe that you won't find him in between episodes? Got it.
Shit, man, it doesn't matter if I try or not. I won't find anyone.
Look, I'm just impressed you can grow flowers.
Well, it's more I plant the seeds and then the flowers grow. I just have to sort of sit there and make sure they don't die.
I kill anything except Mama's knockout roses, and I'm convinced those roses cannot be killed.
That's what happens when you ghoul flowers.
Okay, there we go. And Ravnos Archon, Chew will love it. As for those that follow him on Twitter, where can they find you?
If people follow me on Twitter, you can find me here on Twitch. I have my own channel where I run Vampire the Masquerade on Mondays, 5th edition. I run Werewolf the Wild West and Legend of the Five Rings on Tuesdays. And I did run a 7th Sea every other Thursday that I took a break so I could tell a ghost story that ends tomorrow, sadly. But we'll be back with 7th Sea because I love the system. And I might throw a little pitch to bring it to the McStabbers in the near future. We'll see what happens with the political landscape that is pure bullshit that's happening. So, but yeah, you can catch me here on Twitch every Wednesday playing the lovable scamp that is Agustin de la Cruz.
Yeah, lovable scamp. Is that what you're going with? Okay,
I am.
I see what you mean. And as always, everybody, at the end of this stream, I want to say, mental health. We take it very seriously on this channel. It's not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. Please check in on those around you, especially people you haven't heard from in a while. But even if you have heard from them, reach out to them. Just make sure they're okay. Because a lot of people are not okay, and a lot of people need that friendly voice every once in a while to help them out and to get them through day-to-day life. As Junie said, living. Some people need help day-to-day with it. And if you suffer from mental health issues, the first thing I want to tell you is it's okay to not be okay. There's nothing wrong with admitting you struggle with mental health sometimes. We all do. And if you struggle from mental health issues, first of all, reach out to your support network that you have. And I know a lot of people are uncomfortable doing that. So if you don't feel you can do that, in chats, a list of numbers you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There will be somebody on the other end of the line. And that person on the other end of the line is a professional that will help you through it. Because mental health is health. And we want everybody to be around. And, you know, it's a tough time of year. We're coming up on the holidays. It's going to get even tougher. So take care of yourselves for sure. And now I'll let my lovely wife do her commentary at the end here.
Remember, y'all, you're doing the best you can. And that's good enough. Okay? Perfect doesn't exist. And take care of your health. Not just your mental well-being, but also your health. Get your flu shot. Get your COVID booster. If you're due for preventative screenings like mammograms, colonoscopies, or at-home Cologuard tests and things like that, get that shit done. Early detection saves lives when it comes to cancer. For fucking real. And today, the GOP did elect unanimously a Speaker of the House who is a blatant fucking KKK poster boy. So I'm going to say what I'm going to say because it is what it is. And that's what you get when you put a federal representative from Louisiana in office. The state has bottom of the barrel economy, crime prevention, nearly bottom of the barrel education. Republicans can't govern shit. They want their populace stupid and desperate. And this guy hates women, hates people of color, hates the LGBTQIA, literally hates children and the elderly. Children are literally just meant to work. And that's all women are good for, producing more workers.
And he wants you to pay more for prescriptions.
That too. And literally all he cares about is wealth and the thriving of white heterosexual men.
And if you think she's bullshitting, look up his voting record. That's all you got to do. Look up his voting record.
That is what the Republicans unanimously elected as Speaker of the House, who is second in line after the president to run this country if something happens to the president and if something happens to the VP. That's what Republicans put in charge. So I'm going to tell you now, the Republicans are showing you who they are. Not a one of them is fucking moderate. Because even if they claim moderate, they got browbeat and fucking coerced into electing this guy unanimously instead of working with Democrats. That's who they fucking are. Make sure you're registered to vote and fucking vote blue down the ballot. Fuck them. I said what I said.
And I thank everyone for coming. 4 episodes left, and it's about to get bumpy, everybody. So good night, everybody.